Let friends in your social network know what you are reading about with congregants unable to gather at synagogue for the sounding of the shofar this Rosh Hashanah. Jewish groups are bringing the tradition outside. A link has been sent to your friend's email address. A link has been posted to your Facebook feed. Temple Shalom's Mike Zion plays the shofar Naples Daily News this weekend. Don't be alarmed if you hear trumpeting in the streets. You could be witnessing the sound of a horn steeped in thousands of years of Jewish tradition. The shofar is coming outside for Rosh Hashanah this year. On the high holiday the Jewish New Year, which begins at sundown Friday, congregants typically bring their shofars, ram's horns, to the bima, synagogue stage, and blow. However, with the pandemic limiting indoor observation, Jews across the country are instead bringing their horns outdoors, and sounding them simultaneously. The blasting of the shofar is both a call for justice and a call to listen to the pain of the world, says Rabbi Andrea London of Beth Emet Synagogue in Evanston, Illinois. She's an organizer of shofar across America, one of a number of national events like the Blast in Washington, D.C., Shofar in the Streets, Manhattan and Chicago, and Shofar Wave, Los Ag, that are encouraging alternative ways to appreciate the ritual this year. A man in Tel Aviv examines a shofar, a horn that is traditionally blown on Rosh Hashanah. This year, people are bringing their shofars outside to observe the holiday. Photo, Ariel Shalit, AP. On the first day of Rosh Hashanah, Jews read Genesis chapter 22, a story from the Torah that ends with Abraham sacrificing a ram, instead of his son Isaac, on the altar. The ram, in some ways, represents redemption, because the ram saves Isaac, says London. We're hoping that listening to the shofar can save us from our mistakes and sins. Rabbi Sarah Krinsky of Adash Israel Congregation, who helped plan DC's The Blast, adds, one of the purposes of shofar is to startle the spirit and to wake us out of complacency. The shofar has specific responses to traditional Hebrew calls: Tekaya, a long, sustained blast, Shavarim, 3 medium blasts, Teruah, a number of short blasts in a row, and Tekaya Jedala, an extra long, sustained blast. The wail of the shofar can sound like sobbing and also like a wake-up call, a dual meaning that seems particularly prescient now, amidst a social justice revolution and a global pandemic. Rosh Hashanah is a time when people reflect on the year that passed and think about how we can be better in the year ahead. That sound is a unifying force of looking back, and most importantly, looking forward, says Jay Sanderson, the president and CEO of the Jewish Federation of Greater Los Angeles, which is behind the shofar wave. Frankly, there's no time in my lifetime when hearing the clarion call of the shofar will have more relevance.